Good afternoon. Wasn't able to walk this morning. Had to start work early today, but still getting it in. Want to talk today. About a month or so ago, I said I was going to start being myself more in these videos, and I'm still scared to do that. And a lot of it has to do with the climate of the way the country is right now. In the past, the last election cycle, I've lost friends on Facebook because of my opinions. I am not a Republican. I am not a Democrat. I am an American. I vote for who makes sense to me. I vote for what makes sense to me. I don't follow a party line. And I don't think that one side has a monopoly on intelligence or opinions or ideas or any of those things. There's intelligent, brilliant people on both sides. There are idiots on both sides, quite frankly. There are people who have the best interests of this country in mind on both sides, and there's people who have their own interests only in mind. I believe to go in the political game, you have to have your own interest in mind, because you have so many people who go into Congress or the Senate or presidency or into government not worth anything and get out worth millions. And none of those jobs pay more than mid-six figures. Regardless of that, with the current climate, I have opinions and thoughts, and I'm unable to express them with my friends because, like I said, I've lost others in the past. People I cared about deeply. One that I knew for 30 years that's helped me with my struggles of addiction, and I've helped them with theirs. I've gotten up in the middle of the night to talk to them. They've gotten up in the middle of the night to talk to me. We've helped each other with our homes, professions. We've helped each other. We're friends by every definition of the word. He was posting things that I didn't think were necessarily true, and all I did was ask questions and clarification. And I guess I got him painted into a corner he couldn't get out of, and had to concede that he didn't either have the facts or that he was just putting bullshit out there. But instead he blocked me and won't talk to me anymore. That's it. 30 years of friendship down the drain because of a 20-minute interaction on Facebook. I still love and care about that person, and they're welcome into my life anytime they want to be. But it hurts that they're gone. Friday night I went out, or I don't want to keep this vague, but I went out to dinner with a family member, and I wanted to vent. I wanted to talk about what I'm seeing going on, my opinions, the things that are working, the things that aren't, all that good stuff. And they were like, oh, we can't talk about that. This is too hot of a topic. And I was like, okay, and I backed off. They saw me back off, so they shared a little bit of their opinion. I didn't argue with them. I let them vent. I let them share their opinion. So they shared more, and they shared more. I was not angered or upset by what they had to say, but I also knew not to challenge them on anything. That's not what they wanted. They had their point of view, and that's what they wanted to have. I knew that if I did, I would either cause an argument or hurt feelings or whatever. It's not what I want to do in this process. I also knew, they were like, well, gosh, that went so much better than I thought it would. One reason why it went so well was because I stayed under control. I didn't share my opinion, didn't share my point of view, and I didn't challenge them. If I would have shared my point of view, we would have probably got into an argument, or at least they would have felt attacked or whatever. I hate this. I hate that that's where we are, that we have to be on each other's side. That if you're not Democrat, I can't be your friend. If you're not Republican, you can't be my friend. If you're with Trump, I'm against you. If you're with Pelosi, I'm against you. I don't think anything gets done. And I think the powers that be do this on purpose. People are protesting as much or more than they ever have in history right now. But what are they protesting? Taxes? No. They're protesting things that will help their life, their immediate life on a daily basis? No. The wars? No. They're protesting social issues that most of them's never gonna affect their life in any way. Most of it, there's nothing, it doesn't affect any politician's money. Abortion, nobody's getting rich off of abortion other than the doctors, but it's not enough to really make any type of real impact on the economy or anything like that. So, they're not tackling anything real like homelessness or poverty, income wage disparity. They're not really doing anything. They're not even attempting to get national health care anymore. That's gone by the wayside. They just lump it in with socialism. Most of the civilized world, including Cuba, has figured out how to keep their people from going broke and getting sick from getting sick or needing some form of medical help. But we can't figure it out. No, there's too much money to be made. So they're not going to stop. They're not going to fix that. They're not going to fix it until we demand it. So here I am now on my soapbox. But what I really wanted to talk about is I just hate that this is where we are. That there's no cooperation. There's no Ronald Reagan and Tip O'Neill coming together and working together. There's no Ted Kennedy and John McCain screaming at each other on the floors and still going into another room, coming out and hammering out a deal. There's no cooperation. And the way we're treating people is absurd. This idea that just because somebody doesn't feel the same way as you do on immigration, that you should ruin their dinner, ruin their time with their family, make them feel threatened, not allow them to enjoy a film, any of those things, because you differ, you have a different point of view, you have a different position. And most of the people who are in power today, Pelosi, Schumer, Trump, of course, but if you go back through history, the presidents, Bill Clinton, Barack Obama, etc., all the way back to George Bush Sr., they all said the exact same thing about immigration. The only difference is that Trump's actually trying to do something about it. He's actually trying to do something. So that's what's got everybody shitting themselves. But all of them said the exact same thing. You go back 10 years, there's tape of Schumer saying we need tighter borders, illegal, the platforms are the same. I've seen it. It's out there. Google it. But that does not get them their votes. It doesn't get them where they want to be today. And they keep us fighting with each other. And they keep going to the bank in the meantime. I have a good friend of mine, and we're able to discuss these issues, but I only see him once a month. And we're able to do it, and we're able to do it without arguing. We might raise our voices or whatever, but we don't. Our friendship's more important than the issue. And I just think people need that more. I'm seeing families get tore up, etc., etc. And it just has to stop. It's just too much going on of it. I don't think it will. So that's why the tone of my videos have changed, because this has been on my mind a lot. And I don't feel like I can express it. I don't feel like I can be me, because I don't want to lose you guys. I don't want to lose some of you. I don't want to lose one of you because of how I feel, because of how I think. And I don't want to block you because of how you think, unless you get rude. Then you're getting blocked. So I really do love you guys. I really do appreciate all the love and support. I want every one of you who watches on a regular basis, and the ones that check in once in a while and stuff, to keep doing that. Don't want to offend anybody, but I want to have the right to see the world the way I see it, to express my opinion the way I have it, without having to worry about somebody trying to get my job or do something along those lines. You know, and it's happening. There's people who post an opinion and lose their job the same day. It's insane. It's nuts. I'm of the opinion, I've heard it said about freedom of speech, that in order to have freedom of speech, you have to be willing to defend a person's right to say the most offensive thing you've ever heard. And I agree with that. We should have the right to say all that and not fear reprisal or loss of income or anything other than be able to say, meh, that's how he feels. At least I know where he stands. All right, that's my rant, that's my banter, that's my ramblings. Get up, get out here, get it in. I love you guys. Have a great day.